There was a whole lot going on in episode 2, season 2 of All the Queen's Men as Kat lay breathless under the pressure of the bat administered by her lover Blue. Teresa's husband explained to Midnight why he shouldn't do what he came over to do, and Amp's ex-girlfriend's mom contemplated helping Amp to leave Earth just like he helped her daughter the night of that horrible accident. I'll deliver only the important plot points throughout this video, highlighting moments in the story that impacts the direction of the adjoining episodes as we wind down day 15 on the return of All the Queen's Men. And we'll start with this trick, Teresa, the unhappily married housewife who frequents Club Eden quite often, apparently. After her husband paid Doc a visit at the club in the last episode, she decided to not only tell Doc that the baby in the back seat was his, but that she also wanted Doc to take her husband out to collect on the insurance money. And all of this took place right after he found out that his little princess was unfaithful, and as a result of this, he put him out. She's running to Doc, thinking Doc was gonna protect her from him. This chick all hemmed up in the car with a bloody face and a fat lip, and she was trying desperately to get him to feel sorry for her. She was like, "Oh, I know what you want to do. You want to hurt him, and I just want you to kill him." And he was like, "Shawty, you got me effed up. I ain't thinking about doing none of that." You got the wrong one. And this was a whole lot for Doc to deal with all at one time. He had just given up the luxury car that she gave him to drive. He found out that he may indeed be the father of her baby, which means, he's not going to leave him hanging out in the street. So he's got to find them a place to live. And on top of all of this, she wants him to kill her husband. I mean, that's a ton of weight that she's just put on him, right? She must think that she's got gold inside them sugar rolls. Gold good enough for a man to kill for. Is it that good? I mean, and this is a question for my male viewers. Is the gussy good enough to end another man's life? But don't even think too hard about the question or the outcome. Just shoot from the hip, right off the dome. Is the gussy good enough to kill over? Drop your answers below. No, I'm just joking. Please don't answer that question because I'm sure that we all know the answer to that, right? Right. Oh, okay. Now back to Teresa and Doc. Now, she told him that she needed to go and grab something to drink from the corner store to help calm her nerves. So he took this trick to the store. And she ran out the back door. This is according to the store clerk, leaving Doc with the baby just like that. She dipped. And this left Doc in somewhat of a panic, right? So he took the baby to Midnight's house. That's the only thing that he knew to do because he doesn't have any idea on how to care for a baby. He figured that since Midnight had enough nieces and nephews to know at least where to start with the baby. So Midnight agreed to help him out. And after he told Midnight how he got stuck with the baby, he left, and then Midnight got Teresa on the phone and said that he'd help her out with her little problem for the $500,000. And I find this very interesting that Midnight would take on this task, as he is basically the muscle behind a lot of Madam's spur-of-the-moment decisions to take somebody out. All she has to do is say the word, and it's lights out. But when he got to Teresa's husband's house to carry out the order, he listened to her husband. I mean, he had to because he was still alive. And I'm really glad that this took place because it revealed another layer to this character. It showed us that he has a human side, one that's reasonable, right? Willing to listen while somebody begged for their life. And obviously the husband showed Midnight the tape of her beating herself in the face with a refrigerator door. So Midnight then saw how much of a liar Teresa was and let the husband live to see another day. And these are the bits and pieces of human compassion that I love to see in a character. It lets us know that they're not all that bad, not all the time, right? Then we move on to Babyface and Miss Tandy. Listen, I'm gonna have to save my commentary for another segment of the channel. It's my new segment called When the Sun Go Down, right? And this scene between Babyface and Miss Tandy would be better suited for another segment of this channel. So stay tuned for the breakdown of this scene. Now, it's no secret that Blue has a very peculiar, overprotective covering over Madam, and with her lover Kat, it was no different. Blue found out through a conversation with Madam that Kat threatened her, and you would think that the world was about to end, and it actually did for Kat. Can you imagine having to choose between someone that you vowed to protect in your lover. I have a lot to say about this Blue character, and so that this video is not too long, I'll save most of my character breakdown for a separate video, but Blue is very, very loyal to Madam, and nothing gets in the way of that shield that she keeps over her, not even the woman that she loves. And Blue never really had a problem deciding on the right thing to do. She knew that she had to take Cat out. She knew it in her spirit, right? But what she did struggle with is carrying it out. She knew that she had to do it and that she had to do it fast because Cat knew too much. She knew all the secrets, so she had to go. And Blue knew her woman. She knew that she had a gun right up underneath the couch pillow. So she asked Cat to make her a drink so that she'd have time to empty that clip. And lo and behold, Cat did try to kill her. And clearly, Cat knew Blue very well too, and this is why she had the gun in the first place. But Blue won that fight hands down and ended her life under the pressure of that bat. And it hurt Blue to do it, but she really didn't have a choice. It was either her or Cat. So these were the two main highlights that were part of episode 2. Other key areas of episode 2 involved Amp's nurse turning out to be the mother of his dead ex-girlfriend. And I really love the dramatic irony of this scene. The mom/nurse contemplated giving Amp a lethal dose of something. We don't know what it was, but then Dime walked in. And her walking in pretty much saved Amp's life. So she didn't know it, but it literally saved his life. The mom/nurse, look, y'all, what's her name? Does anyone know what her name is? If you know the mom's name, drop it in the comments below. But she had a weak moment where she wanted to take Amp out. She even asked Dime what she would do in a hypothetical situation such as hers, and Dime said that she would kill him. So the mom nurse was a bit relieved because she wanted to make sure that she wasn't losing her mind. Fuego's ex-girlfriend came to the club to celebrate her engagement, and Fuego wasn't too happy to see her, as her dad completely despises the ground that he walks on. She tried to come in, she tried to give him a little bit, but he turned it down. Fuego had to really be hurt to turn her down, right? I admired seeing how he couldn't put his emotions in his back pocket for a quickie, right? Like he turned her down and told her to get out. That was it, and that was all. So that's it, you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of Christian Key's All the Queen's Men, go ahead and sub to the channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Ruthless TV, you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.